Will this new movie starring Bill Skarsgard be a smash hit or a total flop? We have got a sneak peek. Are you curious to see what's in store? We have already caught a glimpse of what goes down in this flick thanks to a leaked video. But let's see if the trailer lives up to the buzz. Many are not really loving any of this, but let's check it out anyway. It's getting a ton of dislikes and negative comments, so let's see for ourselves. In the trailer, the first thing mentioned is liking someone who feels beautifully broken. Then there's a plea not to do something. Then there's also talk about how a crow carrying souls to the land of the dead. Sometimes really bad things happen, and souls can't rest until things are made right. He has the power of a god. Time's running out to save her. It seems like he's going back and he's planning to hurt everyone. Remember, the first time he hurt us, at first it seemed like anger, but it's actually love. It doesn't seem good. Love can bring pain. It goes like this. There's a warning about what's coming and it's not going to be easy. But there's also some interesting stuff happening. How many people have you led? You'll never be alone. Let's chat about this. Honestly, we think they shouldn't have made this movie at all. They're in a tough spot. If they make it, people will criticize it, and if they don't, someone else will. Either way, it's a mess. The way they designed his face is just asking for comparisons to other characters, like the Joker from Suicide Squad. It's not a smart move. But there are some parts of the trailer that aren't terrible. The action looks exciting and super gory, just like you'd expect from a revenge movie. But many commented on various social platforms that the lead actress is really bad. Her performance in the trailer was just awful. But we guess you could say there's some hope because she's going to be killed off early, so you won't have to see much of her in the movie. But you still have to believe they're a couple. We won't give away any surprises, but you could see some supernatural stuff in the trailer. Some folks will hate that, while others might be into it. As far as how the movie looks, it's not shot poorly. In fact, it all seems fine technically, but where it really falls short is how they made the main character look, with Bill Skarsgard, if they had called this movie something else. Many feel like people would have liked this trailer if it was for a different movie. Everyone's going to compare it to the original and criticize the way Bill Skarsgard looks. But if they changed that, it would be better. The action scenes are actually pretty enjoyable, but wait, who's that actor? We couldn't figure it out. We can't just tell from the voiceover. The camera work is done well, following the rule of thirds. It's all about how you divide the shot into thirds, horizontally or vertically. The framing looks nice, but overall, we might have to in fact watch the movie to conclude. Some of the viewers' comments are, I'm just not interested in this. I think it's because it's connected to something with a bad reputation. It's like trying to be gory and shocking, but it's not really working. He gets shot, then comes back to life with the wound still there, which is kinda cool, but the lead actress is really bad. She's not an actress, she's a singer. They shouldn't hire singers for bad performances in movies, it ruins them. There are some fun parts, and then there's this weird audio thing going on. It looks like he's bleeding black stuff at one point because he gets shot a lot. Love only brings pain, you know? This movie probably won't do well. The original movie had a gritty look, but this one seems more about violence. It feels more like John Wick than The Crow. In the original, The Crow is supposed to be a dead guy, but here, he just seems like a guy with powers who can't die. They talked about making a Marvel-style world with this, so they didn't want him to be Eric Draven. They could have just made a new character. Bill Skarsgard is a great actor, but some things should be left alone. There's no reason to call him Eric Draven. This movie is missing the atmosphere and style of the original. We all agree with this. Some parts look okay, but a lot of it falls apart. The best part of the trailer was Ozzy Osbourne. If this movie came out 10 years ago with these actors and this style, it would have been a hit with the Tumblr crowd who love all things witchy. The trailer shows Eric with tattoos like Post Malone and vibes from 2014 rap rock, turning into a vengeful bird after his girlfriend, Shelly, played by Twigs, is kidnapped. He's out for revenge, vowing to kill everyone involved. Some scenes in the trailer remind us of famous paintings, like Eric and Shelly kissing behind a curtain. In another scene, they share a moment by a campfire, with Eric's tattoo showing. While the original Eric had a bob and clown makeup, the 2024 version has dark eye rings and a big smile drawn on with eyeliner. The director was heavily influenced by rock bands Joy Division and The Cure while making the film. He said it's like a sad song by The Cure, a mix of beauty and sadness. He felt drawn to the project because he wanted to create a dark romance about loss, grief, and the line between life and death. Although he hasn't revealed much about the plot, he mentioned wanting to make The Crow relevant for today's audience. The new version of The Crow has been in the works for over 15 years, and now it's finally ready to be released, but it hasn't been an easy journey. There have been a lot of changes with the writers, directors, producers, and actors involved. It's pretty impressive that it's even getting released at all. Plus, the original movie from 1994, based on a comic book, wasn't a big success at the box office. It's also remembered for the tragic accident where Brandon Lee, the son of Bruce Lee, was fatally shot on set by a prop gun. The cast of the movie has changed a lot, kinda like how people change jobs in digital journalism. Even though they lost Bradley Cooper, Tom Hiddleston, Luke Evans, Jake Huston, and Jason Momoa, they're still moving forward with the movie. Isabella Wei will be starring with Skarsgård and Twigs as Sadie, and there are some other actors joining the cast like Danny Huston, Laura Byrne, Sammy Baugila, and Jordan Balger, but we don't know who they'll be playing yet. The producers said that the original movie made a big impact on our culture that's still felt today. They're excited to make a new version for today's viewers while still honoring the original. Rupert has done a great job adding new elements to make the story feel modern while keeping its timeless themes of love. They're excited for people to see this new take on the story. When the full trailer for The Crow comes out, people will probably react in similar ways. They'll get to see more of how Skarsgård looks in the movie, but it's also a chance for viewers to see some of his acting, which might make them feel differently about how he looks. Either way, there's going to be a lot of talk about The Crow in the next few days. Of course, what happened to Brandon was really sad, and it's something we've thought a lot about while making this movie, Sanders told Vanity Fair. Brandon was special, and I think people will always connect with him with The Crow. And I hope he will be proud of what we've done with the story this time. His spirit is alive in this film. There's a delicate and beautiful aspect to this version of The Crow, and I think Bill sees himself as carrying on that legacy. Skarsgård is famous for playing Pennywise the Clown in the It scary movies. FKA Twigs was in the movie Honey Boy in 2019 with Shia LaBeouf, and she's also been in some music videos of her own. Even though this new version is technically the 5th movie in the series, it's the first time they're telling Eric Draven's story again for a new audience. Skarsgård, who plays Eric, said he was a big fan of the original movie when he was younger and felt honored to take on the role. But what really got him excited was Rupert Sanders' vision for the movie. Sanders wanted to completely redo the story and the character to make it fit better with today's audience. Skarsgård felt like he had the responsibility to do justice to Eric's story and stay true to the original material. Sanders wants the new movie to honor Lee's famous role, but also takes the series in a fresh direction. He said he was drawn to the project because he wanted to make a dark love story that explores themes like loss, grief, and the line between life and death. So, what's your thought on this? Do let us know in the comments section. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Until next time, see you all!